Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Cowboys Fan Show. Zach and I, alongside Tyler Ortega and Scott Jeter. It's time to hand out some game balls from Week 3 against the Atlanta Falcons. We'll start off with you, Scott. Who was your MVP last week?
Okay, I don't see how you could possibly give this game ball to anybody other than Julio Jones. I know it's the Cowboy Fan Show, but let's face it, guys. He won the game for Atlanta, hands down. He beat us when we were playing zone. He beat us when we were playing man. They line him up on one side. He beats Claiborne. They line him up on the other side. He beats Carr. He's coming out of the slot, just tearing up Patman. I mean, he was unstoppable. You could do anything and everything. He sustained the drives, which gave them the ability to run the ball with a subpar offensive line and a backup running back, tired out our depleted defense, and that is how it's done. Julio Jones gets the game ball.
Tyler, backup running back. I think some foreshadowing there from Scott.
Yeah, backup running back. I got to give it to Devontae Freeman, filling in for the injured Tevin Coleman. Comes into this game, second half, he had 17 carries, 79 yards. Overall, he had 30 carries, 141 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. And if you play fantasy football, that all equates to 37.3 fantasy points and 2 Ws. So I got to go Devontae Freeman. Tore the Cowboys defense up in the second half.
Felt like, when you awkwardly go to shake someone's hand and they don't give you their hand and just trying to get the game ball here. Well, that's 2 heads of the 3-headed monster, and I would have to give mine to Matt Ryan. I mean, the game, not just a game manager. This guy is a captain of this offense. He is so systematic when it comes to running this Atlanta offense. And, I mean, with Julio Jones out there and now with Freeman as a backup running back, this Atlanta offense looks absolutely dangerous. And Matt Ryan, we hear so many times that the top-tier quarterbacks are Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, and right below them, there's the Matt Ryans and the Tony Romos of the world. Well, after Sunday's performance, I think Matt Ryan and this Atlanta offense are well on their way to moving up into that top tier. But now, we've looked back at Atlanta. Let's forget Atlanta, please. We've lost to Atlanta. They've beaten everyone in the NFC East practically at this point. Now, the 0-3 New Orleans Saints. Prediction for the game, Scott.
0-3 New Orleans Saints. Here it goes. I will be there rooting on the Cowboys. I think they're going to take it. I predict a score of 28-21, and the reason for that is I think that, first of all, we've got to get number 83 cracking right off the bat. He said himself last season that he got lazy towards the end of the year. I mean, he had a killer fantasy season beginning half of last year, and he dropped off at the second half. And he said himself that he got tired. The ball wasn't coming to him, and he was running lazy in his routes. We're not getting him the ball. Right now, he's lazy in his routes. 2 drops, he wasn't prepared. He just doesn't think the ball is coming to him. We get him moving right away. We stretch the field. We give ourselves the ability to run. That's where we're going to score our points. So if you're starting people in fantasy, definitely go Joe Randall. He's going to score all the points for us if we stretch the field. This is also why you're going to sit Brandon Weeden, because he's going to throw at least 2 picks. But he has to do this if we're going to get the lanes to run out of. And I think that's how we score all our points. On the other half of that, still have a depleted defense. The Saints are going to score a couple of points late. They're going to be trying to come back. They're not going to be able to come back with the backup. They're not going to be able to air it out like Breeze would have been able to. So they're going to fall short. They're only going to get 21 to our 28.
Tyler?
Well, I like it similarly along those lines. I'll go a little bit of a higher score here. I like the Cowboys to pull this one off with a score of 31-24. I think Dan Bailey gets a little bit of work in here in this game, at least 1 field goal. Haven't seen too much of him, but
grabbing DeMarco Murray last week.
Besides that, no, but I think the Cowboys, the defense is going to come out, like I said, fired up this game after being gashed like they were in the second half of last week. I think they'll really pull it together. They're going up against another backup quarterback in Luke McCown, of course, unless Drew Brees miraculously heals here within the next few days. But as you were saying, the Cowboys need to get Terrence Williams involved early.
Absolutely.
He's going to be the key to that offense working.
Yeah, and that's going to help. That's also, like you said, it's going to help with the defense because we're not a bad D.
Right.
We have a lot of stars on that D, but we were depleted, and we need help from the offense.
Absolutely.
And I'll just throw mine out there real quick before we sign off. I have Dallas winning 21-14. Weeding with 3 touchdown passes. But that will do it for us here. But real quick, I want to point out, there was some video of me going around on the internet. Don't get worried, guys. Of wearing an Eagles jersey. I lost a bet. But just I want to throw this up. Mom, don't forget, you lost a bet one time too, all right? Wearing that Dallas Cowboy jersey, big Terrell Owens jersey. I was 14. Ignore the fact that I look like a child in that picture. Still a towering child. For everybody at the Cowboys Fan Show, do not forget to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. If you see me on Tinder, swipe right, all right? Again, for everyone at the Cowboys Fan Show, our guest this week, Scott Jeter. For Tyler T.O. Ortega, my name is Zach the Voice Anaya. Signing off.